everyone. Today we're going to talk about why you must stop overthinking. Does overthinking ruin your life? Do you have unruly thoughts that you have no real control over, and it is to the point where it really torments you? And has something changed in your life that has caused you to overthinking? Well, today we're going to talk about why we should stop overthinking, what it does to us, and how it actually makes us sick. Welcome to Wellness for Women. This is the place where we empower women to prioritize health and well-being through food, fitness, and mindset. Well, overthinking is a real problem for a lot of people, and it certainly was with me. I went through a time in my life where I was continually overthinking, and it was driving me literally nuts. I didn't know how to control the thoughts. Unwanted thoughts would pop into my head, and I would be thinking of all sorts of things that I never really wanted to think about, and the things that I wanted to think about totally escaped me, and I became so overwhelmed, and it went into panic attacks and other things as well. And so overthinking is a real serious problem. You know, we care and maintain for our possessions, don't we? We look after our homes and our cars, and we take great care, but very often we neglect our mind, and we fail to really order our mind and to check in on our mind to see how we're doing, and to find tools and learn strategies to be able to maintain the wellness of our mind. And overthinking really does make us sick. And so if you want to stop overthinking, continue to watch, because I'm going to give you quite a few reasons why overthinking is really bad for you. If you're allowing your thoughts to control you, you're not doing very much for your mental health. You're wasting precious time, and time is what we haven't got. We're living this day, and we'll never live this day again. We'll never claw it back. So let's live it healthy and well to the best we can. And it all starts with a healthy mindset. And to stop overthinking, it's all about change. And change is all about us these days, isn't it? And sometimes we can have unwelcome change, and it makes us feel very vulnerable. And all of us have experienced the change that has been caused by coronavirus. We're a long way from that, but it still affects us in many ways, and there's still people here in the UK that are dying from COVID-19, and that is a real shame. And it's an unexpected disaster that caused our lives to turn upside down, and it caused us absolute confusion. We felt that we couldn't control our lives anymore. We weren't allowed to socialize, we weren't allowed to work, we weren't allowed to hug each other, apart from the people that were in our little bubble or our hub. It was absolutely heartbreaking, and it caused all sorts of dysfunctional behaviors. And one of the effects from COVID that many people are still affected by is overthinking, because we felt that our life was over control. We were panicking, and we're thinking, what can we do to change things? What can I do to claw back control of my life? And it just caused all of this panic and overthinking, and our minds became in the habit of overthinking because we couldn't do anything with these thoughts. We weren't in control of our lives. Our governments were. We were told what to do, when to do, and how to do it. And so we lost that precious control and that decision making. And so our minds started overthinking, and there's a thing called overthinking syndrome, and largely a lot of it has come from the effects of the pandemic. But what can we do about it? it affected most of us in very difficult ways. People lost loved ones. I did a lot of funerals of young people and older people who lost their lives during the pandemic because of the coronavirus. And I'm very sorry if you're one of those persons that are bereaved because of that. I'm really, really sorry for your loss. And but even difficult times, and we're a few years on now, can be turned around. That you don't want to live the rest of your life in grief, and you don't want to live the rest of your life in overthinking and having out of control thoughts. So we're going to discuss, why these overthinking is detrimental to us in the long run. When our thoughts can't find a solution, the automatic thing is to overthink. And it's about our reaction to change that will make us or break us. And all of us have experienced change during the pandemic. Many people have been divorced. Many people have been estranged from estranged from loved ones. Many people have lost their jobs, never found a job to this day. Many people have lost their homes because they couldn't afford the rent or the mortgage. They had to walk away from that. But it's our reaction to change that will determine our future. And no longer do we need to feel trapped anymore. If we change our mindset to a positive mindset, and that we're in control of our minds by controlling our thoughts. And one of my next videos, it's going to be how to control the thoughts. I'm going to share a little bit about that at the end of this video, so stick around for that. But the next video, I'm actually going to go step by step about how to order our thoughts. But let's get back to why we should purpose to stop overthinking. The mind is a structure that is there, that controls our life. It creates our life. But you as a person, me as a person, makes those choices whether what our minds create. We allow our minds to create good things or bad things in our life. If we think positive thoughts, then we manifest good things in our life. And those manifestations isn't a happy stance or a magic thing. It's because we've created those things. Or if our minds are very negative, just the outcome of our lives will be negative. And so we need to maintain our thinking. Life is a journey, and when we go on a journey, we prepare for it, don't we? We're going on a car journey. It's a long journey. We put fuel. We make sure the tires are blown up. We make sure our windscreens are clean so we can see out of them, so we are safe. We make sure that we leave on time, because then we can get to our destination as we have planned. And our lives are exactly the same thing. We need to plan our lives, but there are things in our lives that happen that are unexpected. But if we plan our lives, that we're able to move with those changes. If we plan our lives, that helps us to stop overthinking, because we can write things down. And so as we are savvy travelers and good travelers, and we want to get to our destination, we want to get to destination of whatever you have. I've got certain goals, and I've got certain destinations. Those goals will help me get there. And a lot of those goals are self-development, personal development, because once I have changed, then my circumstances will change as well. And so I don't want my overthinking to break me, and that's why I overcome overthinking. It's unruly thoughts. Now we're getting to why. Why should we really make an effort to stop overthinking? Well, it's detrimental to your health. A researcher, Dr. Travis Bradbury, I'm reading this, co-author of the book Emotional Intelligence. I better have a sip of coffee here. been one of those days I've been talking a lot, and so I need a drink. I'll start again. Travis Bradbury, doctor, co-author of the book Emotional Intelligence 2.0, points out that the average person has 70,000 thoughts every day. And if you don't learn to organize them, they have potential to wreak havoc on your productivity. I would add, he says, that even they can wreak havoc with your life generally. When you succumb to unruly thoughts, your mind becomes disorganized and you start overthinking. You have intrusive thoughts, and the more power you give those thoughts, the more power they have over you, and they actually will manifest in your body, mind, and soul. In other words, in your whole life. And he further points out that in recent studies conducted at the National Institute of Aging, it was found that allowing your mind to be disorganized isn't just about feeling bad, it's actually bad for you. Of course, being disorganized in your thoughts is going to make you feel terrible, isn't it? But it's actually bad for you, Dr. Bradbury says. A disorganized mind leads to high stress, chronic negativity, and impulsivity. These states stifle productivity. I'm having trouble with that word today. Stifles productivity, got it, and contribute to a whole raft of health problems, including, wait for it, weight gain, heart disease, sleep problems, and migraine headaches. And I'll put that link and you can read the whole article down in the description. So we're not happy with those physical effects, do we? We don't want heart disease, and we certainly don't want weight gain. And if we have weight gain, we're a candidate for heart disease. And if we have sleep problems, we're a candidate for weight gain. So we can see that it all relates to one another. And that's why mindfulness comes in this. And how I overcame overthinking is mindfulness. And I'll just talk a few minutes about this and then before the end, but as I said, I'm doing another video on mindfulness, and so you know how to order your thoughts and how to overcome. But now we need to be convinced that overthinking is really bad for your health overall, bad for your health, your wellness. And mindfulness can be like a magic trick. It's a habit that we develop. It's a focus. It's within it we find happiness and balance. Mindfulness is concentrating on the moment, concentrating on what we're doing now and blocking off everything else and enjoying the moment, because you're never going to live this moment again. And it helps us to notice our thoughts, our feelings, and it helps us to have the power to control those thoughts and those feelings. Our feelings come from our thoughts. And mindfulness could change absolutely everything. And it shows me that mindfulness has shown me that our thoughts are not a reality. They are just thoughts. It's our actions, our reactions that give our thoughts a reality. Thoughts come and go, but it's what we do with them that matters. Taking control of our thoughts, especially through tough times like struggling with the effects of COVID-19, can really change our life. So I hope I've given you a few reasons why controlling our thoughts is so important. There's many other reasons other than this, but this is the basic reasons that it affects your body, affects your mind, and will affect your life as it has mine. And when I learnt to stop overthinking, it was like I was set free. When I was overthinking, it was like I was in a room and I felt trapped, and my mind was doing something that I didn't want it to do. It was accepting all these thoughts that I didn't want to accept. And so I learned where these thoughts come from and why they were there. And from there, I learned to stop overthinking. And so the next video we're going to do a little bit more of this, so watch out for that. And I've got a link of a blog that I've written on this, which is a lot more comprehensive and will give you a little bit more detail. Well, thank you very much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. Please comment, let me know if you are an overthinker, and if you are, your thoughts on overthinking and how it affects you. And have you been an overthinker that you've been able to overcome your overthinking? If so, let us know down in the comments. It'll be great to hear from you. Please like and subscribe, and please share to help others who may benefit from this video. Well, thank you very much, and remember to live life on purpose, because you'll never ever live this day again. Live it on purpose, intentionally, with happiness and joy, with hope, faith and love. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye for now.